by me not being in trouble, by me and Sean not being in trouble, by doing the right things, going to work, brothers. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't benefit me 10 years ago to hustle and to get caught up. I didn't do it. Listen, Lord knows I wanted to get that quick dollar, but I didn't.
Bad mother. Paid the cost to be the boss. Paid the cost to be the boss. I paid the cost to be the boss. Look at me. You know what to see. See a bad mother.
Can you imagine this brother and myself walking in somewhere? Hey, how you doing? We want to get into medical marijuana. It was a no.
Yeah.
No. Don't you say it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, literally, that's how they looked at us. I mean, I can remember going into one of the meetings and Sean walked by and I was kind of trailing Sean and I could see the white dude, he tapped his foot. He was like, he's here for marijuana. I'm looking at him like, I mean, you here too. You in the meeting too. What you here for? I got a little frustrated in the process because you walk into this room and I've seen brothers get jammed up for medical marijuana, and then when I walk in this room, it's like I sit back and it's like, you know, we plan on selling cannabis, and I'm thinking, that's medical marijuana. That's marijuana. That's weed to us. It just frustrated me because you walk in a room and there's these guys in these suit and ties and they look nothing like me at all. And then you look up and you got one guy in the entire, there's probably 250 people in this room and there's one guy who gets up and they go, hi, what's your name? He goes, Judge da-da-da-da-da-da. I won't say his name. I won't give him the pleasure. And the whole room is like, what? Judge? Hold on one second. Thank God we got some great commissioners too. Because the commissioner says, one of the commissioners says, excuse me, I have a question for you, Judge, blah, 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 blah. Right? And then the judge goes, yes, yeah. He goes, have you ever incarcerated anybody for selling marijuana? And he goes, yes, I have. And the whole room just looked at him like, you motherfucker. Even the suit and ties were like, this mother, you know, I just sat there and looked and like, okay. And then he sits back and he goes, and they go, well, what do you plan to do if you get a license? He goes, I'm gonna step down off the bench. And they said, so let me get this right. You're gonna step down off the bench if you get a license? And man, you can hear the whole room just, it was like, man, if you could be at Showtime, the Apollo, like he wouldn't have just got booed. He would have got his ass beat if he was at Showtime at the Apollo, because it was that bad. Even the suits was like this. And you know what? He didn't get a license, and I applaud our commissioners for that, because that dude didn't deserve. Man, what's wrong with him? So it's okay to incarcerate us, but then now it's time to flip it and make some money.
Profit off of it, right?
And then we're good to go. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Get the fuck out of here with that. We really didn't have a lot of help when we started the process. So I'm gonna be real with that. We didn't have a lot of. I mean,
we had no help.
Yeah.
We had no help. But getting into the process, we learned that you got to find some help, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You're going to have to find some politicians around here. Believe me on that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you got to stay true. You got to stay dedicated to the end. And you can achieve this. You really can. Believe me, when I first called this brother, he had no plans on growing medical cannabis.
It was nice to go through the process, so now I can go to other places, we can go to other places and help other people. there were two types of people that were going on. Either you own the building outright, or you didn't own the building outright. It was crazy. All the people were, everyone was trying to get some land at that time. Yeah. Everybody. I mean, you were going to places and they would be like, "What do you want? You here for the medical marijuana? Get out of here." Yeah. I mean, instantly. You couldn't even spit it out. They already knew what you were coming. "Are you here for medical marijuana?" "Yes." "Sorry, we can't rent to you. Have a good day. See you later."
Or the response was, "Oh, you just missed out. This guy, we just sold. The guy just came. You missed it by a week."
Yeah.
It's like, wow. So it was hit and run the whole time. Man. Yeah. He was hidden. He was trying to get to it, and you was running around, and then you did some more running, and our final hit was Jerry, and he never let us down.
Without him, we wouldn't have the license. Without him, we wouldn't have the license at all. We would have missed the deadline because we had another guy that was kind of jerking us around. This is how they did us in Vegas, and it wasn't just us. They came in. They said, "You know what? We're gonna sell you the property." "Okay, how much?" $180,000. The last day that we needed the information, the guy goes, "Hey, sorry, man, we got a better bid, man. It's $300,000 now." So we were stuck. So I came to him, and I literally just said, "Hey, man, this is what I want to do. This is how I'm gonna do it, and is it okay? And I need a letter in 4 hours. I'm gonna type up the letter and you sign. Is that cool?" And he was like, "Okay, I got you." Jerry, you what, 74? 75.
I'll be 75 in June.
Jerry's been a mentor to me. I met him in 1998. I love him to pieces. He's been like a father figure to me. I mean, he really looked out for us, man. He really made it happen for me, no matter what. To be honest with you, I'm kind of enjoying the time spending with him. I get really worried about him at times because he pushes himself to the limit. I mean, he really does. That guy's just like, he won't sit at home. He's not going to sit at home. 5:45 in the morning. I'm probably just laying down at the time. Me and Taylor, we at the strip clubs. We get up, we come back out, and all of a sudden I hear this, choo-choo. And you know, your sound, the sound was louder than it probably was. And he was like, "Wake up! Wake up! The world is on fire. Stick your dick out and piss on it." And I was so mad. And then of course, by the time I do wake up and come in, he's sitting down there at the thing. He's like, "I sold 3 cars today before you woke up. I made money while you were sleeping. Early bird gets the worm, baby." He's going, he keeps it moving. He's the perfect example of, he won't tell you how much money he has, but he has a lot of property, a lot of land. He's the white Fred Sanford to me. You go in the back there, when you see all the stuff back there, and you think, what is he doing with that? And he's like, "I got that for $200. I just sold it for $2,000." And you look up and the guy's coming to haul it off, and you're like, that guy paid $2,000 for that? And he's the true definition of another man's trash is another man's treasure. He's one of the hardest working people I know. I mean, physically, mentally, he's 74 years old. He gets out here.
Try to work with us.
Yeah, he gets on his tractor and digging and doing those things, and man, he outworks half the people I know. I mean, gets out, and he's a little bit older, and you can see that it's kind of wearing on him, but we've been trying to tell him to chill out now and relax and enjoy this moment. I've literally had to sit him down and say, "Hey, man, I want to enjoy this with you, so relax." I got a big fishing trip planned with him in July, so I'm looking forward to that because that makes him happy. Like
taking him to Alaska?
Yeah, we're going to Alaska.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice.
It's my way of saying thank you for helping us out. But he's old school, and I can't take that away from him. He's been very, very successful. He's one of the most honest people that I've met in my life. We need him around, and he brings a lot of life, as you can see. He brings a lot of life. He's funny. He's a funny guy.
You're over there in the office, and you guys are in there, and you're motherfucking this, motherfucking that, in front of your wife. Why do you want to treat her with such disrespectful?
Well, let me tell you something, Jerry. That's my motherfucking office, number one.
You don't talk like that, man.
Sir, I tell her don't bring her ass in my office. That's my domain.
No.
If B came back here and she was here every day, at some point you're gonna start saying, "Hey, I gotta be me."
No.
Those dogs, they mean a lot to me. You go out there, they got air conditioning, they got water. He really does take care of those animals, and You know, he took them in. They were strays. Even the funny part about the story was he went today when he went to go put her to sleep, just to show you how attached he gets. He ended up taking, there was another dog there, and the guy, I guess he didn't want him or couldn't take care of him anymore. And Jerry took him right on in. So Jerry took him home. So, but we got some desert rats back there, and we love the little dogs. And listen, I'm committed to him. I'm gonna make sure I take care of him. And he's a great guy, and I owe him a lot. You know, it's been a long journey. It was very sentimental for me to see that building go up and to see the progress and to know that we're that close to making this a reality.
Build our property from the ground up, and by us doing that, it allowed us to actually design this cultivation building for specifically growing marijuana. It is not designed for anything else other than to grow marijuana. So the trench drains, the interceptors, all that stuff we got to put into the infrastructure of the building. We got to determine what power we would bring in, what voltage that we would be using that is most appropriate for a building of this kind, instead of trying to renovate and adapt a building that's already been erected for a different purpose.
I'm really excited the building is almost done. We're throwing a huge party. Since people can't come to the facility, we decided to have a party. I got a good friend over at the SLS, Matt Erickson, hooked everything up for us. We're gonna have a huge party. We have the Dog Pound coming. We got Drew Hill coming. We're working on Meth and Red. Come on, Meth, Red, come on, man. Get on it, man. And you know, those guys are, no, not the Drew Hill. Drew Hill is for the ladies, but the Meth and Red is, you know, they're classic weed smokers. The Dog Pound is known for the weed smoking. So we just want to have a party and just ball out that night and enjoy ourselves and have a good time, man, and spread the love.